the world of investing, a beast lurks between the numbers. Some watch.
That the people coming through these mission cases can take so they don't have to come back through these mission cases. So 14 years ago, we started a class on Saturday mornings from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock. And one morning, of course, the pastor was walking through. He liked what he saw. He Charles, I'm going to sit through the class. I said, have at it, because I'm a little nervous as pastor sitting through the class, right? Anyway, after what he saw, he said, we got to do this for the whole church. I said, excuse me? He said, yeah, can you put together a 5 or 6 week course that we can do for the whole entire church to talk about money and how to get ahead financially? That's how we got here 14 years ago, guys. One of my very first students, where's she at? Jamil was one of the very first students. And since that time, of course, we had a chance to create some partnerships. I'm going to show you some of the people we're partnering with right now and talk a little bit about them, okay? First, we got Jamil, the very first student. Come up here, Jamil, real quick. Jamil's one of my very first students in the class. I guess she's one of our proof of concept students, but she has a great story. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Jamil. All right.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jamil Thomas. I was Rogers. I'm Rogers Thomas, however y'all want to call it. Got married late in life. Still my name. But I was 29 years old when I started the class, and I was telling Miss Kim earlier, I was like, Deacon Thomas was like, yeah, you done graduated from college, and I see all these shoes and purses you're buying. Yeah, I like to look good. Deacon Thomas, I need stuff. He said, no, you need more than stuff, because you're going to be working till you like 75 or 80. So Deacon Thomas set me down. We got together a financial plan, right, for my life, and he told me some things. And he, now those things have come to fruition, and some things sooner than others. So I started a career. I was able to retire at 41 from a career. My husband and I have already set up estate plans for our daughter. We, have life insurance, things that are going to carry her. We are able to enjoy life because we're not always worried about bills. We've established financial plans, and we are very disciplined with those plans because we want everything that life has to offer for us, and we want to live and not struggle, right? And we want to do what the Bible has said that we should do with our finances and how we should live our life in joy. And so we are so grateful to Deacon Thomas and his leadership and for his time and commitment to this class, because the 29-year-old Jamil had no clue what this mid-40 life Jamil was going to look like, but I'm grateful that Deacon Thomas did. So thank you.
Thank you for your serving. Thank you. All right. Also, we're blessed tonight to have one of the elders here, Elder Chris Bell back there. He was one of the early students, and he was also one of the early teachers. Elder Bell, you want to have some quick word? You just want to wave at everybody? All right, Elder Bell. One of our other instructors is Miss Candace Woodruff. Come on up, Candace. Tell them who you are. Give her a hand. She's one of our lead instructors. Let's say the lead instructor. I'm just watching.
All right. Hey, everyone. Okay, that was all right. Let's do it again. Hey, everyone. All right, that's good. That's good. Okay, so I'm Candace. You know how they say there's a protege, right? And you got to train your next person. So I was blessed with the honor of being trained by this gentleman. I feel like he gave me the 30 years that he had been in the finance industry and just poured it into my head. And now this 30-something-year-old, don't judge me, right, has over 30 years of experience of knowledge in my head because of this gentleman here. So first, before I say anything about my story, can I just give him just a little shout out? Yeah, that's a big deal. It's a big deal because no one has to teach you anything. No one has to do anything for you, but for someone to care enough of you to give you information, just like this class. We're going to give you all this free information so that you can turn it into life for yourself, for you to be able to do some things for yourself. I'm excited because the things that I learned from Deacon Thomas allow for me to start a wonderful tax and financial services firm here in Arkansas. We have the largest African-American owned tax company in the state of Arkansas. It's exciting. But I learned that information and the concepts of business in this class. I learned the information in this class, and I started because you have to have a foundation with your personal finances before you can do something with your business finances, right? And so I'm excited. I'm one of your lead instructors. I'm gonna tell it all to you, and it's gonna be great. I'm super excited about this format and how we've updated it, and we're looking forward to just serving you tonight and the next couple of sessions. Thanks so much.
Candace, right, give her a hand. Right. All right. I don't think David's here tonight, is he? Yeah, David's one of the attorneys, one of the instructors. He'll be teaching on estate planning. We've got Marcus Gwynn. Come on up. Tell him who you are, brother. Give him a big hand. They're the money man, okay? They put the money behind everything. All right, guy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. So thank you for being here. So I'm Marcus Gwynn, work for Arvest Bank, and we are very proud to be the sponsor, continuing sponsor of the Money Matters session. So we're glad to do it. You know, we learn things over the years, and so I personally feel compelled to help pass along this information so that you can be strong stewards of what God has entrusted you to, the money, the resources that you have. So I'll be teaching a little bit later on the credit score. So I'll break down the credit score. I'll tell you what makes up the credit score, how to improve your credit score, and answer any questions that you might have. But I've got helpers with me this year. So I've got Dre back here, and then I've got Tia. And so they'll be with me all the sessions. So we'll be available for questions anytime. But we're just so proud to make sure that this stays free to you and for anyone else who wants to receive the information. So this information is free. So that makes it super important. So thank you all for being here, and we'll be available for questions later.
All right, Marcus, thank you. Thank you, bro. Good job. And I see we got some special people in the house tonight. We got one of our support staff people here. Minister Annette, stand up, let them know who you are. All right. Give her a hand. She's one of the support people. Want to have work? You good? Yeah, I'm good. Okay. Got another support staff. There's Tiffany. Raise it. Okay. And we got, what's her name in the back, guys? Huh? Jordan. Everybody tell Jordan hello. And we got Candace Jones on the outside, right, Candace? All right, huge support staff, yeah. Hey, guys, a little bit about myself. I'm a financial advisor. I've been a financial advisor over 35 years. I run a firm here in town called Waterstone Financial Partners. Been a deacon at St. Mark now for about the last 25 years. Married my family. We've been going to church here since 1985. So we are committed to St. Mark. I want to give a huge shout out to Dr. P. He's the brainchild as far as pushing this program and encouraging us to do it year in and year out because people's lives are being changed. So I want to give a huge shout out to his vision and the St. Mark ministry at large. They care about people. I want you to know that, okay? Pastor Thomas has been a great discipleship pastor. He's here. Whatever we need, he gives it to us. It's going to be a pretty fast-moving class. We're going to cover a lot of stuff. We'll keep it simple, keep it plain, but we're going to cover a lot of stuff. So get your notes together, and let's go ahead and get started, okay? Our hopes for you. You will reflect on your relationship with God and your money. You will discover tools to enable you to manage your finances rather than allow your finances to manage you. You will leave with a deep sense of confidence with God's help that you can do whatever you want to do with your finances. That's our hope for you, okay? Our mission in this course is to talk about personal financial responsibility. When I say personal financial responsibility, we want you to focus on your personal economy. You hear all this stuff every day about the economy. But what about your personal economy? How's it doing? You know, we want you to become the CFO of your personal economy. We want you to have a CFO mindset. Can somebody tell what CFO stands for? Chief Financial Officer, right? A chief financial officer's job working with companies is to make sure those companies stay healthy. I want you to get a mindset, shift your mindset that you're the CFO of your personal economy. We got to make sure your personal economy stays healthy. You can't do that unless you got certain knowledge. So we're going to give you some knowledge tonight you can take with you forever. Probably a couple of the most important things we're going to talk about tonight is lost opportunity costs and understanding the power of cash flow. Can somebody tell what cash flow stands for? What's cash flow? If you know, took the class before, give a new person a chance to talk about it. What does cash flow means to you? If I ask you what is cash flow, can somebody answer that? Over here. Take a stab at it. Money in and out. I like that. You're close. Good. Who else? Cash flow. Go ahead. She says money available to pay bills or whatever you need it for. Anybody else? Cash flow. No? Well, guess what? I'm not going to tell you the answer. Candace is going to tell you the answer in the second half of the class, okay? Can somebody tell me what lost opportunity costs mean? Lost opportunity costs. Lost opportunity costs. If I want to take a stab at it? Okay, go ahead. She said she's been here before. She don't remember, so she got to take a stab at it.
The opportunity. Oh, really?
Go ahead.
Okay. Is it when you miss opportunities to save money?
Absolutely, that's one of it. That's good. That's not the exact thing I'm talking about, but you're real close, about 90%. Anybody else? Lost opportunity costs.
When you're not letting your
Right
money
here.
work for you. When you're not letting your money work for you, like if you just let it sit in the bank and not invest in it or something like that.
Sister Jerry, you're right too. She's right and you're right. Anybody else want to talk about lost opportunity costs? It's really important you guys get this part. Lost opportunity costs and cash flow. They're going to be the two driving factors and benchmarks that's going to repurpose your money in this class. Write that down, lost opportunity cost. I'm going to get back to it, okay? Next, there's some biblical foundations dealing with money management. One of them says, Habakkuk 2:2 says, the rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. Wow, is that powerful? The borrower is slave to the lender. You know why? You become an asset if you owe a lot of excess money. Let's say you've got $10,000 to $15,000 in credit cards, and those credit cards are costing you $300-400 a month. Now you just became an asset to that particular bank or that financial institution. So now you are a slave to the lender because you got to work to try to get from under that debt. But until you get from under that debt, he's making profit off you every month because you don't understand the money game. We're going to change that. Faithfulness in handling your finances. Luke 16:10-11. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve both God and money. Matthew 6:24. And we're going to go in detail and talk about that later. But there are biblical principles and guidelines to help manage your money. That's what this class is all about. Money is a tool, not a master. Anybody who got MasterCard? And Master's on there for a reason. You got it? But our goal is to make sure you master your money and not let your money master you. And in this class, you'll be able to achieve those goals. God wants us to be wise stewards. Financial decisions reflect our values and our priorities. That is not a black and white statement. People say financial decisions reflect our values, right? It also reflects our priorities. I've learned over life that you can't do what you don't know. Do you agree with that? A lot of time we develop habits based off of what we've done in the past, what our parents have done, what our friends have done, right? They don't teach classes on money management in high school, and they don't teach it in elementary school. They don't even teach it in college. I think that was done on purpose by the financial companies. So this class is going to open your eyes up so big, and you're going to say, wow, I'm losing that much money? So pay attention, guys. Quickly, let's talk about maybe why you spend the money the way you spend it. Look inside your handbooks or workbooks. There's something called the Money Personality Quiz. Everybody got that? The Money Personality Quiz. Everybody got the Money Personality Quiz? Yeah, it's the black one. Yeah, the Money Personality Quiz. This quiz is going to help you guys identify what's the reason you may be spending the money the way you're spending it, okay? Go through and answer those questions. There's no wrong and there's no right answer. It's called a Money Personality Quiz. So to get to the root of understanding money, you got to understand your behaviors. Is there something about your personality about money that caused you to spend money the way you spend money? So we started the root cause. How do you see your money? How do you feel about your money? That's what I want to talk about, how you feel about your money. What is your personality? Took about 90 seconds and we'll be done. 90 seconds. There's no wrong or right answer. Just go through and answer it the best way you can, okay? There's no wrong or right answer. It talks about how you see your money. How you see your money. Just be honest. Don't try to give a cute answer. Just be honest. How you see your money. Who's finished? Anybody finished? Be sure you circle all the ones that, if you got 4 or 5 A's, 4 or 5 B's, circle those, okay? And we'll find out what your priority personality looks like spending money. Money Personality Quiz. Got about 30 seconds left. 30 seconds. I'm gonna start calling out some names. I don't see no name tags. So what are name tags that Candace? I can't call any names. I'm gonna pick on Kimberly up here all night. She's the only one got a name tag. Her and Miss who's that? Miss Bell? Miss Bell. Yeah, I'm gonna pick on these two guys all night. All right. She's gonna cover hers. Anybody finished? Tell me about your money personality. Who's finished? You finished? Okay. So what are you? What are you? Okay, go ahead and score up. We got 4 personalities. We got savers, we got spenders, we got avoiders, we got worriers. 4 personalities. Now, I want to spend a lot of time here, but I want you to understand this can affect the way you spend money, how you see your money. Very important to identify your personality. Very important. Okay, who's finished? You ready? All right, Marcus, she's ready.
Okay, I had an issue with one question because I'm already old. So anyway,
Okay.
Okay, I am a saver. I have 5 and 5.
You got saver? Okay, what's your next one close to that?
Spender.
She's a saver and a spender. Wow, that's an oxymoron, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Let's talk about savers. Savers, the strengths of savers, they're very disciplined. Their weakness can be too frugal. Now, she's got a good balance. So I don't think she's too frugal because she says she's also a spender. Take a look at a spender's personality. Generous, love helping others. Weakness, they're impulsive. Now, how many savers did you have as far as the numbers? Six. And how many spenders? We'll circle it.
1, 2, 3.
3.
That's my next highest.
Okay. She's got a pretty good balance. But let's talk about this just for 1 second. And I really want to talk about the side. Sometimes people when they're savers, they're so frugal that they don't know how to have fun. They don't want to go do anything. They just want to save their money because they want that security, right? So we tell our savers to make sure that you enjoy your journey. You know what that means? Enjoy your journey? Enjoy the journey means that have a strategic plan in place so you can enjoy the money that you're making and also the money you've accumulated over your life. Okay? Now, the second problem I see is spenders, they give all their money away. They're always trying to save the world. And sometimes they give so much money away until they get behind their own bills, trying to help somebody. Let me tell you something, spenders. The best word in the vocabulary for you is a word called no, I don't have it. Say, I don't have it for that. You guys catch that? It's not that you don't have it, but I don't have it right now for that. Now, what does that mean? I'm not giving it to you. Absolutely. Who's an avoider in here? Who's an avoider? Raise your hand if you're an avoider. Over here at this table. Talk to me while you are an avoider. How many numbers you had as being an avoider? How many numbers? She had 3? Okay. She had 5. You had 5. I want to talk to this table real quick then. Avoiders, they're content. They're not driven by material things. Their weakness, they neglect financial planning. Is that right for you guys? Are you pretty content? Is that right? And you hadn't sit down and talk about your financial strategies yet, have you? Yeah, that's who you are. Here's the problem with avoiders. They wait till the last minute to do stuff. Yeah, that's you. I'm talking to you. We want the avoiders to become more organized, more strategic, and that's what this class is going to help you become more strategic in your planning. It's going to help you understand what tomorrow looks like if you follow this system. What about a warrior? I got any warriors in here? Raise your hand if you're a warrior. Over here, okay. Let's talk to that warrior over there. Okay. This is what it says about you, young lady. Strengths. Plan for the future, very cautious. Weakness, lack peace, struggle with trust. Is that you?
Yes.
You plan for the future?
Yes.
You hold on to that money too, don't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she likes that. You lack peace and you struggle with trust, though. You know why? Why do you lack peace and struggle with trust? We're talking around money now. We're talking about money. Think about it for a second. Either how you've seen money all your life. Go ahead.
Foundations.
Foundations? Okay. Have you been in a situation where you saw somebody say, I'm not going to ever be like that financially? So you want to hold on to your money and plan for it?
Yes.
See, that's the exposure, the upbringing that we all have. We see people that have certain lifestyles. We say, you know what? I'm not going to ever do that. I'm going to hold on to my money. There's nothing wrong with that. But this class is to help you get balanced by putting together a strategic plan, okay? Next, the last person we have, we covered them all four. If your personality fit one of those areas, pay real close attention to this class, because this class can help you get some freedom about your money, okay? The major roadblocks to financial success, and as a financial advisor over the years, we've identified 7 major roadblocks. No goals, financial literacy, debt, poor investments, inflation, taxes, and procrastination. Before I ask you which one you think is the major goal that causes people not to have success, how many people can tell me what the definition of inflation is? Raise your hand if you know the definition of inflation. Inflation. Okay? Don't worry about it. No, you've been in the class before. I'm going to have to shut you off a little bit, right? Okay. The definition of, what about, do you understand your taxes, how your taxes affect your long-term life, your taxes? Do you understand how they work? You don't, do you? Okay. Do you understand how debt steals your wealth because of the lost opportunity cost? You understand those things? Most people don't. The reason I'm asking these questions is because these are huge roadblocks. In this class over the next 3 weeks, we're going to talk about these roadblocks and give you a plan to get over these roadblocks by putting together a strategic plan. That makes sense? Now let's look at the number one reason why people don't have success. Can somebody tell me the number one reason? We say no plan? I like that. Who else? The number one reason. No what? No financial literacy. I like that. Anybody else? The number one reason people do not have financial success. It's inside those 7. Procrastination? What's yours? Procrastination? Anybody else? Financial habits. I like that. Financial habits. There are a lot of reasons, aren't they? The number one reason is what? Procrastination. You guys see that? I'm always gonna get started. I'm gonna always set up a plan. I'm gonna go see that financial advisor. I'm gonna pay that credit card down. I'm gonna save that money to buy my first house. I'm gonna save that money to start my kids' college. Procrastination, procrastination, procrastination. You have to make your mind up and make a decision, right? Read this with me. Say it after me. It brings me constant sorrow. I really shouldn't practice it. Perhaps I stopped the bar. You guys got that? perhaps I'll stop tomorrow. The reason I want you to read that, because I want you to make a promise to me. After you take this class over the next 3 weeks, promise me that you will not procrastinate, that you'll take action. You'll ask questions. You'll ask for help. You guys promise for that? Good deal. Let's get started here. On that particular list, somebody said the problem people don't succeed is because of financial literacy. Did you say that? Right over here. And she's right. What is financial literacy? The ability to understand and manage your finances through knowledge of budgeting, saving, and investing, and understanding taxes. Important. Key to financial independence and wealth creation. A significant portion of the population lacks basic financial knowledge. That's financial literacy. That's the definition. Knowledge. Knowledge. Let's take a little further. The key concepts to master a financial literacy program, number one, you got to have a spending plan. And Ken's going to talk about that the second half, putting together your spending plan. Number two, you got to understand how debt impacts your long-term vision to help you get to where you're trying to get to. Number three, investing. How putting money to work creates wealth. And lastly, taxes. If you guys take a look at your paycheck, there are two major things that you're going to pay for during your lifetime. You know what they are? Can anybody tell me? A mortgage, right? And what's the second one? Taxes. It's so important you know how taxes impact your wealth. And we got a tax expert in the building, so you guys are lucky. Yeah, she got all the answers over there, Candace. And we also have a banker in the room dealing with mortgages and interest rates and stuff. He's going to give you all the inside scoop. This is a lucky class, okay? So that's the importance of mastering financial literacy by understanding how to manage all those particular areas. So we talk about financial literacy. So the question now, what is financial planning? A lot of people get those mixed up. Financial literacy and financial planning, and they are totally different, but you can't do one without the other. Would you agree? So what is financial planning? A comprehensive approach to managing your money to meet both short-term and long-term goals. So the first thing with a financial plan, you got to set some financial goals. You got to set up a tracking system for your expenses. You got to create an investment strategy. You got to look at your retirement planning, and you got to look at the estate planning. Now, what's unique about this class over this year, we've got about 9 classes that are going to address all those areas. This particular class, we're going to talk about setting goals, tracking expenses. We won't get into investment planning or retirement planning or estate planning. Those would come in some other classes because I want to focus on finding your money and putting together a strategic plan that you can follow to get to the next class, okay? Key steps. Why is financial planning essential? Without planning, you risk instability. You risk missed opportunities without financial planning. The whole thing about understanding money, guys, is knowing what tomorrow looks like, having a game plan. If I ask you right now, over the last 10 years, let's say you made $50,000 a year for the last 10 years, that's about $500,000, isn't it? $500,000. If I ask the average person, can you write me a check for 10% of that, which is $50,000, what would most people say? No. If I ask the average person, could you write me a check for 5% of that, which is $25,000, what would most people say? If I ask the average person, could you write me a check for 1%, which is $5,000, what would they say? See, we've got to stop that. That's insanity with your money. See, that's why our generation start off with something called zero. When I say generation starting off with zero, what does that mean when I say that? Starting off with zero. What does that mean? Yeah, don't have any money. But it's a generation. Nobody passed any money on, right? Nobody's got grandpa and grandma's picture over the fireplace and smiling, saying, wow, man, the grandma and them took care of me. I got all this money. My kids are taken care of for life. But the average person between ages 25 and 65, which is a 40-year period, making $50,000 a year, if they never got a raise, it's going to make over $2 million. So the question, where did it all go? See, we can't go through life cavalierly spending money like there's a tree out there that's going to keep coming and coming and coming. Someday, you're going to have to sit down and say, I can't do this anymore. I can't work this job anymore. My health won't let me work this job anymore. Someday you got to stop and say, let me enjoy the roses a little bit more. But if you don't have any money, you're going to have to work, and work, and work. It's okay to work, but you want to work because you want to, right? Not because you have to. The only way to do that is understand financial literacy and financial planning goes hand in hand, and you got to get serious. You got to get aggressively radical about your money. If you're one of those people over the last 10 years and you made that $500,000 or that $1 million, and you don't know where it all went, this conversation is for you. Today is the time to make a decision and not procrastinate on what I'm going to do. And what's so unique about it, we're going to show you where to find the money. You already got the money inside. It's inside your spending plan. You already got the money. We're going to show you where to find it, okay? All right. Did you know that the New Testament has over 215 verses pertaining to faith, 218 verses pertaining to salvation, and 2,084 verses dealing with stewardship and accountability about money? Why do you think God spent so much time talking about finances and money? Can somebody tell me? He knew we needed it. I like that. Can somebody tell me? Why did he spend so much time talking about finances? There was a reason. More than salvation. There's a reason. What's the reason? Okay, I like that. Come on, don't be shy, guys. We start calling you out. She said, does it have everything to do with tithing, offerings back to the church? Kind of. Over here, go ahead.
It's the one thing that can separate us.
Wow, you guys hear that? It's the one thing that can separate your relationship and commitment to Him, not understanding how money works. Not understanding that you don't own anything. You're just a master. You're just a manager of his money. You're just a steward. See, once you understand that you don't own anything, that He's letting you manage His money, then you begin to appreciate the money, appreciate the blessings, and understand where all your help comes from. That's why the first part of this class, the first 35, 45 minutes, we always talk about the biblical side of money so you can understand God wants you to have a lot of money, but He wants you to be responsible for that money. That's why he spent all that time talking about it. That's why St. Mark is spending all this time and money to these classes 2 or 3 times a year, telling people, get control of your money. Change your life. God wants you to have a lot of money, have a great generation. See? And I love teaching this class because it makes sense. There are 2 major perspectives on money. There's a cultural way and there's a biblical way. Can somebody read real quickly Matthew 6:24 for me? Matthew 6:24. Somebody pull it up for me. Matthew 6:24. That one verse. Matthew 6:24. Got somebody over here. Thank you.
No one can serve 2 masters, for you will hate one and love the other. You will be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and be enslaved to money.
Oh, you guys get that? The young lady over there said, because he talked about money, because he knew it could separate us from Him, as long as we don't keep things in perspective. Thank you. All right, so let's look at the cultural way. The cultural way is how we spend money every day. We go out there and We get some money. The first thing we do, we go out there and we kick it, don't we? Go get that money, then we go kick it. Wow. The next thing we try to do, we try to go repay somebody. We done went out there and kicked it. Now we out there trying to repay somebody after we done spent the money kicking it. How about that? Next, we try to go out there and plan what we're going to do with what's left after we pay somebody. Don't we? Some of us dedicate it back to God, but a lot of the time we don't. The next thing we do, we try to save a little bit. And lastly, what we do, we give some. We got anything left over. Is that the biblical way God wants to spend our money? I don't think so. I got a gift card for somebody tonight who can put these in order the way God wants us to spend our money. Put it in order. There's 7 ways to spend money up there, and I want you to put it in order how you think God wants us to spend his money, manage his money. And when you get it, raise your hand. Who got the gift cards? Who got the gift cards? The banker? You got the banker got the gift cards? Candace got the gift cards. Okay. Put it in order the way you think is the biblical way to spend money. There's a cultural way and there's a biblical way. Put it in order. You know I tricked him tonight, right? Y'all heard that. There's a cultural way and there's a biblical way. Who's ready to take a stab at it? Put all 7 in order. Who's ready to take a stab at it? Anybody? You want to take a stab at it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Once you acquire it,
Okay.
you're going to dedicate it back to God. You're going to give your tithe.
Say what now?
You can give.
Okay, you're done.
Okay, and then
You're done. That means you didn't get it right. I'm sorry. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Take a stab at it. Okay, she wants to take a stab at it. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go through all 7. I'm not gonna stop you till you finish. How about that? I'm not gonna give anybody.
Acquire,
Okay.
dedicate,
Okay.
plan,
Okay.
give,
Okay.
repay,
Okay.
save,
Okay.
and enjoy.
Okay. Didn't quite get it. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
It felt good.
Good try though. Okay. Who's next? Who's next? Who's gonna try it? Who's next? This is good. Who's next? One more person. One more person. Got one over here. Okay. Put all 7 of those in order.
Acquire,
Okay.
dedicate,
Okay.
plan,
Okay.
give,
Okay.
save,
Okay.
repay,
Okay.
enjoy.
Oh, she gets the card. Yeah. Let's see if she's right. Let's see if she's right. She says we got to do what? Oh, what happened to it there? Okay, here we go. She says acquire. Okay. Secondly, she says dedicate. Okay. Thirdly, she says plan. Okay. Give, save, and enjoy last. How about that, guys? Give her a hand, Miss LaShonda. Hey, she get a choice up here. She gets Chili's, Starbucks, or IHOP. Which one you want? Chili's. All right. Thanks, sir. All right. It's important that we go in this order. It's asking God to God's asking you to trust Him with this order right here. Okay. Let's quickly go to the next slide. What God? Go ahead. Question? Go ahead.
Why is give before, put it back, go back, so I can ask that question. Give, go before save. I mean, dedicate, what is exactly dedicating it, what does that mean?
Who does it belong to?
To God. So I thought that dedicating was giving him his 10%.
Well, it is. That's a financial
what-
dedication, but He wants you to give it back to him in a form of thank you and prayers of thanking him for giving you the
so
opportunity to
just
go make that
worshiping
money.
him
Yeah,
for-
absolutely.
okay.
Dedicate it back. God, thank you for this blessing you allowed me to make. Thank you for allowing me to take care of my family, God. You know, give it back to him. Dedicate it. Be proud of it. And then the first thing you want to do after that is do what? Give him some. Before you give yourself some, you want to give him some.
Yeah, but I just, the dedicate and the give, I was thinking the dedicate was dedicating, giving him, being obedient about the 10%. So
Yeah,
that's what
they
I-
go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. Good point. But the one thing I want you guys to see on this list, though, after give, what is the very next thing you're supposed to do? Before you do what? Before you pay any bills, make yourself an expense inside your ledger. Pay yourself first before you pay anybody, okay? All right. I want to quickly, why God's way reflects good on stewardship. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I want to get to something real quick here called the 50-30-20 rule. If you use this formula, 50% of your money should go to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. Write that formula down, okay? We'll talk about it more in the next class. Oh, 50-30-20 is what it's called. 50-30-20. 20% goes to savings and debt repayment. So we want you to have a savings and debt repayment going on simultaneously. Okay? 50-30-20. We'll talk about that more in the next class, but write that down and study up on it, okay? Quickly. The benefits of the 50-30 plan. Aligns with biblical stewardship, ensures stability, encourages discipline, and it helps break the cycle of going paycheck to paycheck. Okay? All right. I'm going to stop here. I think we got to do lunch at 10 till. So you guys, you got any quick questions before we go to lunch? You got about 2 minutes. Want to ask me a couple of quick questions before you go to lunch? No? Okay, go ahead. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, you can bring it here. We'll walk you through it. It's like your 401k, stuff like that to put money into. Okay, yeah, we'll help you on that. Okay. Any other questions? No other questions? Last slide? Okay. This one? Okay. Okay, good deal. Okay, not any more questions. Once you guys get ready, we're going to start lunch over here at 7:50. Let's get up. I think we line up, go this way, right, guys? Marcus, you want me to come this way? Line up? Okay. No particular order, just get up and get in line. I'm not going to pick any tables or anything. Just jump and get in line. There you go. Oh, yeah. Let me pray for the food. Praise the Lord, thank you for this food by the sea, for the nourishing our bodies. In your son Jesus' name, amen.
I'm fine.
Longest thing we ever do is live our lives. But life doesn't come with an owner's manual. might have been nice, but that means I get to write our own stories. Freedom is yes, or no, or maybe. Freedom is for everything, but it isn't free. It's earned. There are real heroes in the world, but not the ones in the movies.
Hate that you said he wasn't a top 10 quarterback. Hate that you said he couldn't throw the ball.
Check. 1, 2. Okay, there we go. All right. We're going to go ahead and get started. We know you're eating, but we want to make sure that we stay timely. One of the things that we received. We're going to get them in just a second. They having a good time because the chicken good. How's the food? The food is good. How's the family? Oh, okay. Y'all remember. Okay, so we got this thing while y'all clearing your throat real quick from your chicken because I know it's good. If you're online, we're so sorry you didn't get the chicken tonight, but you can come join us at any time. So we have this thing that we do. It's like a mantra. And so we always ask, how's the family? And the response, even if it's kind of bad, right? Life is always something that you can find something to complain about, but we're going to be good, right? We're going to find the good in everything. And we say, the family's good, all right? And we say it with energy and enthusiasm, right? All right, so we're going to do it. We're going to do it together the first time. How's the family? Family's good. Ooh, we ain't even got to do it again. That was so good. I like that. That was good. Okay, how's the food? Okay, all right, we on track. Okay, so I'm excited. I get to do the second half. As you all know, and you may have seen this in the announcements, we are doing a slightly different phase of Money Matters. We're talking about a lot of the same information, but we're making it segmented to where we can have focus time on certain topics. So in this session, we're talking about cash flow. We're talking about putting your finances together and creating your financial plan. That's it. Ooh. Have you ever taken a class before? Raise your hand. Okay. Do you feel like you got a water hose of information and it's like, oh my God, what I'm going to start on? Okay. Sometimes, most times. All right. So now we're going to give you that same wonderful information, but we're going to just talk about this stuff. And then when you come back in the summer, we're going to talk about another set of stuff. And then you're going to come back and we're going to talk about another set of stuff. Is that all right? Yeah. It's going to be really great. It's so wonderful that they gave us the opportunity to do it. We're going to test it out, and y'all got to tell us if y'all like it, okay? All right. Do I sound like I'm echoing? A little bit? Tiff, because I can hear myself. I'm going to sound echoey for now? All right. I can deal with me. Don't worry about it, I like to talk, but sometimes I feel like I hear myself talking. I'm like, ooh, Lord. Candace, hush. All right. Let's do it. Y'all ready? The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is a slave to the lender. Proverbs 22:7. We agree with this? So what happens whenever we don't have any cash flow is that we go to the lender and we ask them to borrow money. And then the lender charges us really high amounts of interest, large amounts of interest, and now the cost of getting that money costs us more money. And what that does is it puts us in what's called debt. And now the lender is the master over us like MasterCard because we can't never seem to get out of debt. All of that stems from the root of not having enough cash flow. Cash flow. Everybody say cash flow. When we start talking about cash flow, we really get into the segment, and Mr. Thomas actually alluded to this. We start getting into the fact of, we say, oh, that's money in and out. Well, that sounds good, but we got to get it to the real root so we can get an understanding. So anybody, what is cash flow? He asked earlier. We didn't have a whole lot of answers. I won't stay here long because I want to make sure we can get to the place of understanding what it is. I like Cat. He's funny. He said, cash flow, what is that, right? So cash flow is income minus expenses. If you're taking notes, I need you to put this in your notes. It's your income minus expenses. It's the amount of money you have left over after you've paid all your bills. I'm going to say it one more time because you was chewing and you wasn't able to get that, chicken off your fingers. It's cool. We're going to get it again. It's the amount of money left over after you've paid all your bills. How much money do you have left? Don't tell me out loud, but think to yourself. If you had a real plan, a real spending plan, you should be able to tell me how much money you got left every single month. And if I made a little extra money, I should be able to tell you how much I got left every single month. That's hard to do if we don't have a real spending plan. I'm not going to talk to you to beat you up tonight. That's not the goal. The goal is for us to get better. Can we get better together? Yeah. All right. So income minus expenses equals cash flow. We got it? You got your formula? All right, we good? We can move on? Good. Now, what is your cash flow? Don't tell me out loud, but could you actually tell me? Raise your hand if you could. I got 1, 2 out of 50. 4 out of 50, that ain't good. That's not a bad, okay, 5 out of 50. All right, we going up. That's wonderful, but this is the thing. We got to get better. And as we get better, that means that's why we're going to take this focus time to get better, and that's all we're going to work on is cash flow. Ooh, that's good. Some of y'all like, all right, I think I can figure it out. Yes, you can. And then somebody said, it's my first time, Candace, don't be so hard on me. I get it. I'm not. It's all good. The only thing you could do, actually, you can do anything. You can do anything. Y'all believe that? But you can't stay the same. Ooh, I'm going to say that again. You can do anything but stay the same. You see, who's that said, when you know better, I'm going to say it again because we can do that together. When you know better, So you can't come in here and get this information and then say, I didn't know. You can't come in here and get this information and say, oh, I still don't have a plan. Some of y'all say a budget. I went to class. I still ain't got it. It's okay. But we got to get it. It's time. Because you can do anything but stay the same. We agree with that? Let's put that into a personal way. Can y'all say it with me? I'm going to say, I can do anything. Now, you was chewing. I'm going to get you one more time. Hold on. I know because I had to move because, we on time. I can do anything. Do y'all believe that? Yes. Okay. Because with the Lord, okay. With the Lord, I can do anything. I'm going to do that again. I can do anything. But stay the same. All right. Let's roll. So we got to take a look in the mirror. I'm going to get you meet Tim. This ain't you, this Tim. He eat out all the time. He got breakfast at $5. He got lunch at $12. And these some real low amounts. Oh, okay. He got a snack at $8. You know what I'm saying? Because that vending machine, boy, that little swipe. Yeah. Oh, anybody got the lunch plan where you don't even know you spending it and it come out your check?
Again, somebody said that breakfast with that egg surcharge is more than $5.
Oh, man. I'm giving them a break, ain't it? How much money is that? $25 a day. Somebody got their calculator that ain't got no chicken on their hands. Okay, don't worry about it. I'm going to keep going. 5 days a week at $25 a day is $500 a month. That's a lot of money. Now let me ask you a question. How often do we just swipe and not even think about it? All the time. Ooh, I'm just swiping. It's cool. I know some money in there. Ooh, I'm just going to swipe because it's cool. I get paid Friday. The bank gonna cover me for that overdraft. It's all good. Oh, y'all gonna act. Okay, y'all, I ain't talking to the right people. It's all good. We ain't in Money Matters today. Okay. That's a lot of money. We hadn't ate out on the weekends and you ain't get you no drink. No, okay, don't worry about it. I'm the only one going to the restaurant to get a drink, a different kind of drink, like not just water, right? I'm being honest. This is not weekend. This is just during the week. This is not. I didn't cook at home. This is just out during the week. Sometimes our wealth, actually, most times our wealth goes to our stomachs because we just eat it all away. It's a big deal. Okay. All right. Y'all stuck with me. Y'all ready? Okay, good. We're going to hang out. You got to watch the little things because they can sink a great ship. Eating out, swiping, not really paying attention, that sinks the ship. Because if you got a little bitty hole in the bottom of that ship, you keep waiting. Y'all agree? That small leak can sink. We don't want that to sink, so we're going to do better. So what we got to do better? We're going to meal prep. Are we meal prepping? Yeah. How many of y'all meal prep? Good. Okay. So y'all don't have a problem eating the same thing every day? Huh? You know, so I tell you what I do. I gotta mix it up a little bit. yeah. I'm gonna eat this. Like I might make 3 of the meals, right? Because you can't just make one. I make 3 of the meals, and then I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna eat this on Monday, then I'm gonna eat this on Tuesday, then I'm gonna come back, right? Okay, I ain't the only one to do that. Cool. This the thing, though. What are some ideas for meal prep? Anybody? Things on sale. That's wonderful. Sam's. Right, for bulk, that's good. Take you a few weeks. Okay. If you like your coworkers or your family members, if you like them and they, you got everybody's house different, right? They got to be clean and stuff, but this is just an idea. So at our office, we like each other, but we even bring the food to the office and we cook it. But everybody cooks one meal a week. And so if you buy one meal, you cooked it at the office, pretty cool. Now you're just responsible for one meal, and we meal prep together. So now everybody's responsible for one instead of eating out 5. Because after you worked all day, you think it's like, oh man, I'm so hungry. What am I eat? So that's how we do it. Just an idea. Let's do something else. We're going to cut down on eating out. We got to find the cash. We wondering where the money going? I bet you can find it, just like you're going to audit that bank account. You're going to find that cash. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to cut down on eating out. And then I got to tell you what happened to me. If you ever been in class before, you're going to know exactly what I'm going to say. It is the funniest thing every time I tell you. Man, me and Mr. Thomas went out to dinner. And I just love that man. He's so wonderful. So we was in there, and he's like, yeah, we're going to do some water, because we financially responsible. That drink costs $3-4. That increase on that bill is extreme. All right. Well, he pulled out this little blue thing. And she was like, Ken, you ought to try this. I was like, what is it? He was like, well, it's some kind of water antioxidant. It's real good. It tastes good, So, the little squeeze things you put in your water. So he got that thing out. He said, shuk, shuk. And what was wonderful about it is that it was clear. So, sometimes you get the little lemonade stuff you put in there, and you look kind of, you might, don't take me wrong, but you might look a little tacky. You put that red one in there, and they was like, I thought I brought you some water. You know what I'm saying? Boy, he had that thing. It was clear. And he was like, and it's healthy, too. So y'all better put y'all some of that in y'all purse. Or in your man bag, because he had like a business bag. I'm sorry, Ms. Thomas. I'm talking about you today, okay? But I got me a now, too. But it was good, actually. It was really good. And it's a good idea, right? Order you some water and put you some shuk in there. All right? Your water's fine. That's fine. But see, sometimes you can feel encouraged because you see other people with them big, nice drinks coming out. You get you some water, okay? We on a plan. We got a financial plan. All right, cut the cable. Somebody still got cable? No? Nobody got cable. Somebody got cable because they still open, but there's nobody in here. That's great. But if you got 6 subscriptions, it don't matter because that's just like cable. Got to watch it, right? So delete the subscriptions, and I'm going to give you the ultimate thing. You ain't got to delete none of your subscriptions if you, report your card lost or stolen, because you just can't find it. Now, you looking at me funny, but you're like, Candace, why does that matter? Because if your subscription is connected to that card, will it go through? Cut it off, get a new one, and now everything just doesn't go through. And if I don't use it, I ain't gonna turn it back on. That's pretty good, ain't it? She looking at me like, I ain't never thought of that. Right. There you go. Your payment has failed. Absolutely. Don't feel no kind of way. You're going to be like, great, because I ain't watching that anyway. I don't remember the last time I looked at it. When you look at your bank accounts, I keep saying that because that's one of your success steps. When you look at your bank account and you audit and figure out where your money's going, you'll be able to see how much you're spending. Don't let the fact that you cut cable off and then go and get 5 or 6 subscriptions, it's just like you got it. Like, come on. Let's do a little better, okay? We're looking at ways to find cash. We finding it? Can anybody do some of this stuff? Okay. Because if we don't have the money to get out of debt and we don't have the money to invest, we got to go find and cut some stuff. Mr. Thomas often says, you have to be the CFO of your economy. What does CFO stand for? Chief Financial Officer. If you're the chief financial officer in your life, let me just be real clear. The chief financial officer at an organization has to manage the finances. They say, hey, we're too high inside of the budget over here. Hey, we're going to have to cut some people. Unfortunately, we're going to hurt feelings, but we got to fire some people, right? Inside of your life, you have to be the CFO. You have to say, hey, we're too high over here on eating out. Hey, these subscriptions, I don't even watch TV like that. Why do I have them? Oh, my God, you spending all my money. I'm going to have to cut you off. Not like cut you off, right? Oh, y'all caught it. Okay, come on. But the reality is that you have to be at the CFO of your life because it don't matter who the president is. It don't matter who the governor is, who the mayor is. They handle all these other economies. Who's going to handle yours? That's true? Y'all got to do it, right? We got to do it. So this is the way to do it. Another thing. Somebody didn't like that. It's all right. They cute too, girl. I like them. I'm not going to say cut them off or don't do it. Because if your finances are in order, that's fine. Do what you do. But if we need some cash flow, you might have to go get you some Shein nails. Yeah. There you go. Oh, y'all know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. They got the men like, what are you talking about? Who is Shein? They call it like Shein. This is Shein. They $1. Might take them 2-3 weeks to get here, but who cares? Because I'm creating cash flow. Get them things and then press them on now. I heard they real good. I said I was going to try them out. They turn out well?
I tried some for a wedding, and everybody's like, oh, I love your nails.
Yeah, look real good. I'm going to tell you. It's Temu, yeah. I can't tell you where to shop at, but I'm just saying they cheap. You can't get Temu no more? Oh, really? Yeah, I can't take the class. I don't know nothing about that. You know who finances I be trying to worry about?
Yours.
Man, and I ain't on there trying to order none of that stuff. So I need us to worry about our finances, and if we can go to the places where we can order and it's cheaper to save us some money, let's do that. We good? Cut them. I know you like to get your hair done, but we might need to, nail tip. Me and you keep looking at each other because I like your nails, so we're going to look at each other. But nails and hair, how about instead of every 2 weeks, we go every 3 weeks? And if I go at the top of the third week, that's only once a month. Ooh, yeah. And I don't get my toes done in the winter. Don't nobody see them things?
There you go. Same.
Why y'all want to play? I do it myself. There you go. Get that little thing and scrub that cheese. Yeah. At the hair stove. See? Those are tips. I mean, that's a good one. That's good. Every 3 weeks. I can't tell you what to do in your life. I'm just giving you tips. You're going to do what you're going to do, because if you don't want to sacrifice for you, it's up to you. Everybody get to do their own thing because it's your personal economy. I do my nails every 3 weeks, and my mama do hair. I ain't spending no money on that. We all right. It's going to be all right, but you got to make a decision. Another tip, we're going to shop around for auto insurance. Don't fall in love with your auto insurance company. You don't have to go with the company initially. Just shop. See what's going on. Give them a Google number. Remember that, because they're going to blow your phone up if you fill out that form with your real number. Put in a number, but get the quote. See if it's worth it. Shop around. Another one is your homeowner's insurance. If you own a home and your mortgage goes up consistently and out of control, guess what? It's likely your homeowner's insurance. Taxes does make a little difference, especially when the economy changed, but the reality is that you want to shop your homeowner's insurance because that number likely went up. In Arkansas, we got hit. It just is what it is, but still shop. Okay? We're good? Everybody good? Uh-oh. See them packages? Anybody like Amazon? I be like, ooh, they so amazing. They are. Boy, you get to swiping that thing and don't have that credit card connected. You ain't seeing none of them monies coming out. Got to be careful. Run up on you. So y'all don't know nothing about Amazon and the shopping online. Yeah. Send it back. It's all right. They even got it now to where they make it convenient. You can try it on before you purchase. What? Then they expecting you to mail it back, or they gonna charge you. That afterpay. Boy, gonna kill you with that afterpay. Them boy, pay in increments. Oh, I can only pay $10 today. 3 sets of 10. Boy, you gonna afterpay it all the way out. Don't do it. Online shopping. Let's cut it. Anybody addicted? Okay. That's good. That's good. Hey, listen. If you addicted, just work in increments. If you do it every day, how about we just do it 3 times this week instead of 5? It's 1 time a day. That's a lot. That's a lot. We got to work on it. We're going to cut your cards off and tell the bank to mail you one, and it's going to take a few days. Life insurance. Some of you are overpaying for life insurance. We are going to talk about that, not in this segment, but we need you to pull those policies, okay? Pull those policies. And this is the question for you. Because at the end of the day, people can give you tips and talk to you about anything, but what are you going to do to help you increase your cash flow? I'm not saying you have cash flow issues. That's not my place. I'm going to help you to find the cash, and if you're not sure what your cash flow is, that means when we do our sheet, it's going to be very helpful. But what are you, in your mind, you know there's something I can do to do better. What is it? This week. I'm shopping my auto insurance. I'm not eating out this week. Okay, how many times do you normally eat out? Every day. How about we eat out 3 times this week instead of 5 or 7? Could we do that? The reason I say that is because if we go with these big, grandiose things, it makes it to where if we fail, it kills our mojo, right? And it's like, oh, I'm terrible. It don't feel good. You don't have the confidence to keep going, right? And then I won't see you in class next week and be like, I can't do this. Don't do yourself like that. So if I eat out 7 days a week, you know what? I'm going to eat out 5, or I'm going to eat out 4. Mix it up, skip a day, right? Help yourself out. I want it to work, because this is not something that's going to be like, oh, I'm just going to do it right now. It's a lifestyle, okay? What else you going to do? Come on, we talking. What you going to do with online shopping? Give me a realistic goal, smart goal. Come on. I'm going to shop 1 time a day instead of 3. That's a start. That's good. It's more than 3. Okay. We addicted. It's okay. Things happen. The only way to get out of it is to get out of it, which means it's 1 time a day versus the other. Okay. What else? I'm going to consolidate. What that mean?
So, like, for example, I know I got a couple credit cards or whatever, but I balance transfer to one, so you only pay interest on one.
Okay.
Instead of 3 or 4 or 5.
That's good. That's right. You're going to talk about that on the credit day. That's a good strategy. That's good. What else you got?
One thing you can do, it's going to affect me, but a lot of people have gym membership.
Gym memberships. Okay. Cut the gym memberships if I don't go. If you hadn't been in how many days? 30? Okay. If you're not going to the gym, cut the membership. It makes sense.
Yeah, I go every day.
It won't work? Okay. Anything else? Yes, ma'am. We got the mic over there.
I'm going to look and review all the subscriptions that I have and cancel those that I don't really look at.
That's good. That's good. So whenever you audit your bank account, she's going to look at those subscriptions coming out, and what she don't use, she going to cut. How many subscriptions do you think you got? 3, 4?
Maybe, probably 4 or 5.
Okay.
Anywhere from 4 to 6.
So we're gonna cut 2
But
to
I
3.
usually only watch 2, so.
Right. That's wonderful. Okay. I look forward to hearing about that. All right. Anybody else? What we gonna do? Don't be shy. How we gonna hold each other accountable? You know, one of the feedbacks, raise your hand and they're gonna bring you the mic. One of the feedbacks we received was that we want to make sure we can ask all the questions. And then one of our feedbacks is we want to make sure we can hold you fully accountable. So that means we got to talk to each other. So we got time for questions and accountability. Let's do it. Where we at? Who's up? What you going to do? Yes, ma'am.
So, since I still work from home, and I only leave mostly just go to the gym, work out once I get back home. I'm at home for the
Okay.
day.
Okay.
And I have Sirius in my truck, but I'm like, I don't really be in there enough to listen to it. I mean, it's $6, but hey, it's $6.
It's your six. That's right. She gonna cut the Sirius XM in her vehicle because she don't drive a lot. That makes sense. You can listen to the radio and see what's going on in the world. All right. I don't know how good it's gonna be, but you know.
Yeah, right. But
What else? I hadn't heard really from this side of the room. I'm looking at y'all for a reason. Okay. What we gonna do this week? She had a hand.
I'm going to look at my Best Buy warranty because they're trying to draft my account, and I did what you said. I'd already stopped so they couldn't get it. But I'm going to look at, do I want to keep that? And also one from Verizon. They cover everything in the house.
Okay.
All your computers, laptop, tablets, phone, and all that. So
Got it. That's
I
good.
need
How
to
long
look
you done had it? You don't need it.
About 3 years. They've been drafting. About 3 years. They've been drafting every year, but they couldn't draft this year. So.
Okay, that's good. When was the last time a computer or something went out?
Nothing lately.
Nothing lately. That's good.
Yeah.
I ask because if it's old, you want to be careful putting energy into something old. Make sure you read all the way through it because they may say, oh, if it's a certain amount of years old, we don't cover. Just be careful with that. Okay? This side of the room, that's one. I need at least 3 more. Picking on y'all, just a little bit. Okay.
This week I plan to complete my budget planner.
Okay.
I had started this year to put everything on paper.
Okay.
Every second week. So I haven't done that in 3 weeks.
Okay, so we getting back on track.
Yeah.
I love it. She putting together her financial plan. What else? Hello, what we're gonna do this week to help increase our cash flow?
I'm going to try to eat out at least 3 times because I do buy food every day. Like Monday through Sunday. Like I eat out every day. So my mama or I live with them. So yeah.
All right, so let me, can I give you a tip?
Go ahead.
All right. Can I talk to you like, cause we friends? I feel like we friends now.
we
You've been
are.
here twice.
I know.
We together, all right? Try is a premature excuse just in case you don't succeed.
You got me.
Yeah, don't play with me. Okay, so try, no, but we gonna do it.
We're gonna do.
How many times are we eating out this week?
3 times this week.
Perfect.
Yep, 3 times.
3 times this week. Did you eat out today? You know what?
We're going to start tomorrow.
That's right. I'm going to give you some slack. Ooh, you worse than me. You worse than me. I love it. It's exciting. We got a head here. But this is the thing. I'm going to be hard on you because I love you. Like in real life. Whenever we going and we're going to set goals, you got to put a number on that thing. Right? And when we put a number on it, it makes it to where it's measurable, and now you can go to the next step, and you can do the next thing. So 3 is measurable. She can say, okay, I got 3 more times I can eat out this week. Be smart with it. Okay? I can't take that class. She going to eat out 3 times. We're going to work on it. Small steps, baby steps. 3 times. And we ain't going to try. We're just going to do it. Okay. Well, that'll work. Yes, ma'am.
I am going to look at my spending and see where my money is going, and then I control. And I do a lot of online shopping, but half of it I send back. So it might not be what I want or whatever. Don't like you or your name. I might buy 2 different sizes or whatever. But lately I have been going a little crazy with it. Okay. So I am going to stop that. Okay. Because I don't need anything. That's right. I have to buy food, but I don't need anything else.
That's one. And those of you who got all this shopping and you got stuff everywhere, maybe y'all need to do some marketplace selling some stuff. You know, garage sale. They still do garage sales, right? Yeah. It's coming. Get it ready. Put it in boxes. This is going. And what they used to call them Roman sales. Y'all remember that? Yeah. What y'all know about a Roman sale? That's some country stuff right there. Okay. That's good. How you feel? How's the family? Somebody want to say something, though. What you want to do? You got something else? Sure.
So for the people who have subscriptions, you guys should check with your phone service. Some of them give out subscription for Apple TV and Netflix for free. So you will stop your subscription and check with AT&T or T-Mobile.
That's good.
Yeah, your plan would have it for free for you.
That makes sense? Check your subscriptions with your phones because they have some TVs connected. I think we did Cricket for my niece recently, and they included HBO, which was kind of cool. Right. Right, but at least it's there, and you could cut that from you paying for it. It's a great tip. Thank you. Any other tips? Your shares, your thoughts, what you got?
You may want to check into protective styles like crochets and braids for our hair. That way you don't have to go every 3 weeks. You can get a couple of months in there.
Months. Yeah, that's good. Protective styles. I like it. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, try that. Braids, crochets. Yeah, don't worry. You got that good fade on you. It's wonderful. Yes.
Following what she said about subscriptions, if you have kids in college, things like that, you can get it cheaper. Like I know for Hulu, I pay like 99 cents, and it's been that way for years. Like, yeah, a couple of I pay like in total like $5 for my subscriptions. So.
You have your college email?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
but some
real
of them
cool.
you don't even need it.
Huh.
Yeah. I know Black Friday too. I know Black Friday, things like that. Like just look for sales because I think Hulu started their 99 cent with Black Friday.
That's cool. Thank you. That's good right there. I can create an email. I'm in college. Okay. Okay. Any other tips? Anything you want to share? Because this is good. This is good. The thing is that we're here together. We're here together, so we want to hear what you got to. Yes, ma'am.
As far as cell phone services, I have had Cricket for probably about 6 years. My bill has always been $50. I do travel. I have been out the country with it. Ain't had no problems. None whatsoever. Cricket, yeah. And it's always been $50, yeah.
Cricket.
I have been to Costa Rica. I have been to St. Kitts and Nevis. I have been out the country.
Yeah, and it worked.
And it has
you
worked.
Out the country, you don't need your phone nowhere. Take a break. So Cricket is owned by AT&T, so it's on the same server. Mm. So the key is that your journey starts here. Everyone has a document. One more thing. I added something. Let's do that real quick. When do y'all pay y'all bills? When they do, got them. When I get paid, got them. When I get paid, when? At the. Don't tell nobody else that. Don't you tell nobody else that. Tell nobody else that. You right. You right. You know what? I have an appreciation for the way that we are in tune. You got to be comfortable. That's comfortable. Ain't no wrong with it. That's what you do. When you pay your bills? At the first of the month. Okay. When I get them.
I want to get that way. Mine is done That's right. Going to the mailbox is the highlight of my day. So.
I'm gonna find you some hobbies.
Okay.
This is wonderful. I love it. Well, I like this class. It's so wonderful. Okay, listen. So I was taught this thing. When you pay bills, and some people are okay with that because if you don't have much to do, that's okay. But if I paid bills every time they came in, I'd feel like all I'm doing is paying bills. Every time you turn around, it's a bill, and it just stressed me out. So you should pay your bills on the 1st and the 15th. Not because I said so, but that's the best strategy. So your bills should be set up on a plan. Everyone has a document. Let's pull that out. 1 second, let me find it. It says what I spend. There we go, page 7 in your black book, section 1, page 7. Page 7? Yep. In your what I spend document, it's going to help you to break these bills down to where they're broken down in the proper way, to where you split up basically your check the proper way. Sometimes, depending on your cash flow, it may take you a month or so to get on track with this, but it's okay. I just need you to get the concept first, and we'll work through logistics when we meet before class, or if you got questions, things like that. Now, on the What I Spend worksheet, everyone has this worksheet? Yours is blank. I have the example on the screen. What we're doing is you're going to put in your bills, okay? When we say your bills, it's everything you pay for. This is just a snapshot of the document. And if your stuff is not on the document, write it in, add it, mark out something that you're not using, okay? Inside of the document, you're gonna put, I pay rent or mortgage. Let's call it a mortgage. I pay the mortgage on the first of the month, it's $950. The interest rate, which is very important, you may have to call them to get, is 4.5%. The payoff amount, which is how much I owe left on that mortgage, is $124,000 and some change. You're gonna fill your sheet out completely. You're only gonna have a payoff amount on the items that are debts. When I say debts, that means something that you can pay off completely, not like your utility bills. You can't pay them off, okay? Anything that you owe that you can pay off completely is gonna have a payoff amount. Things like mortgage, your car note, unless you're leasing, what else? Credit cards, things like that. But other things like your car insurance, your electric bill, your water, gas, trash, phone, I'll be clear. Your phone sometimes has a plan on it to where you pay it off, but a lot of times they lock you in where you can't pay it off anyway. So anyway, your original cell phone bill is not pay offable. Okay, we together? So from this perspective, you're gonna put everything you pay every single month in your What I Spend worksheet. You're wondering how to do your spending plan. You gotta find what you spend your money on first. That goes with the other thing you have to do. At the top of that page, pull your last month's bank statement. If you're aggressive and you're on track, do 3 months. But, December was the holidays. You may have spent a little different. So I'm going to just encourage you to do 1 month because I need you to do the activity, okay? Be present. Do the activity. In January, wasn't that last month? Okay, thank you. Listen, I got a lot of mine. I'm filing taxes in 2024. Just trust me, there's a lot going on in there. So from that perspective, in January, pull that statement. It should have came out by now. When you pull that statement, you're going to see all the stuff you spent money on. If you're not sure, that's the first place to go. Pull that, and you'll be able to see all your stuff. What date is it due on? Make sure you're putting those due dates because when you do the implementation, which is on the next page, it's going to help you to break down which bills should be paid for the 1st through the 14th, and then which bills should be paid from the 15th through the 31st. That's your first step. You should pay your bills twice a month to be done with it. And then when you get real easy with it, you'll be on auto pay. That's real kind of cool. It is. Let's go back. Yes. Go ahead. No.
For things like oil change, those things that you don't necessarily get done every month, how do we track that?
Good. Is it done quarterly or is it done every 6 months?
When I think about it.
When you think about it, it's likely quarterly, but if not, every 6. Let's look, and it depends on how much you drive, right? But let's look at how often you get it done, and you know your vehicle, so kind of look at that. If it's quarterly, you're going to take that amount and divide it by 3. Okay? That tells you how much you're spending. If it's every 6 months, so my vehicle will be one of mine is every 6. And so I'm going to take that over the 6-month period and divide it by that, and it tells me my monthly. Make sense? All right. Other questions? We got to get this. Let's talk about it. This is the time for you because the focus is cash flow. If we don't do this, we can't find cash flow. Questions? I'm sorry. Oh, that wasn't a hand. I'm sorry. Yes.
I've done the cash flow. Got that.
Got it.
I'm trying to rearrange as far as, I'm sorry. Like most of my stuff come out like at the first of the month.
Got it. So some of those items could have a 10-day grace. You want to look at that. They may be on the 3rd or the 4th, and then you got a 10-day grace before it's actually late. Look and see what that looks like, and then you can also call them and say, hey, I want to change my due date.
Okay.
They may prorate a little bit and say, oh, it'll be prorated for the first month, but then after that you're set, fine. But that's what I would do.
Okay.
Yep, if you got everything, because I don't like to pay my big bills all together.
And that's
Spread
what's going
that thing
on.
out for
I'm
me.
like, okay, wait a minute.
Yep. That I would do that totally. Check and see the spread of the days you have until it's late, because we don't want to be late because that's extra fees for nothing.
Right.
But then also maybe even easier, just call them and change the due date.
Okay.
Tell them that.
Okay.
Okay. Good question. Other questions? Okay. So what we're gonna do after you get all of your items in, okay? After that, at the bottom it says your total monthly income. Not your gross. Do you live off your gross? No. No. You live off your net. So what's the check that comes into the account? That's your net. You're going to put that number here because a lot of us, if it says home insurance, I think is on there, your home insurance is already incorporated into your mortgage. Don't worry about that. But if you have a renter's insurance, that would be something that could be put on there, okay? So here we go. Add it up. Total monthly income, put the number. Total expenses would be the monthly payment. Let me be real clear on the monthly payment. It's not what you pay, it's what's due. Some of you may pay $100 on the bill, but it's only $60. Don't put the 100, put the 60. Because you could be overpaying in an area that's off. You may be paying your debt wrong. You may say, oh, I'm going to go and pay a little extra on that. And you paying penny, and you think it's going to add up to $1. It's going to take a long time. How about we just put what's due, and that helps you to figure out if you got extra cash flow. You may feel like you don't have enough cash flow, but in reality, you're overpaying bills that shouldn't be overpaid. That's what you do? Yeah, we're working on it. That's good. That's right. So what we're going to do, what's due, right? Look at the bill and put down what's due. What's the amount that's due? We together? How's the family? Okay, we following. Yep, that's good. Total monthly expenses. So under the monthly payment, that's what you're going to have under the expenses. We're together? And then the total debt is the total amount of what you owe on all the big things in your life that you owe money on. Credit cards, mortgage, car note, all the things. Put it under the total debt. You'll add all of it up at the bottom. If you do this, the next class is so easy because now you're just going to transfer this into the debt plan. But we got to do this first. We good? Questions about the spending plan? Yes, ma'am.
The total debt, because that wasn't on my original thing. Can you go over that just real quickly again?
Yes, ma'am. So let's say you got a mortgage in this example. We got the mortgage. We got the car note at $19,000, the mortgage at $124,000, and the MasterCard, the person owes $2,200. We're going to add all of just this portion up. All of the payoff amounts up is going to be your total debt. That'll be equal there. Does that make sense? Yes. That's that section there. I might need to put column numbers on it or something like A, B, and C. Would that be helpful? Oh, okay, gotcha. Total debt is going to be the total on the payoff amount. I'll update that just so we can be clear. Thank you. I appreciate the feedback. Anybody else? Questions on this? Yes. I have a comment. Sure. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. There you go.
If you're making a payment on a credit card and you don't have interest rate and say your interest rate is due by June, then is it a good practice to go ahead if it's only 36 is the minimum, but you pay 100 on that credit card? Because you don't have any interest rate right now,
right.
But 6 months down the road, you're going to accrue. That's when it kicks in.
Gotcha. So you want to get it knocked out before the interest hits. Yes.
Yes.
That's a good idea. But can we agree to put together the plan first before we do the extra?
Okay.
Because that may be the first debt that we need to knock out, but you may be using extra cash flow that we need to knock it out.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So put on your document, make sure you put an extra note that interest hits in June so that could be identified. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Good question. Any other questions? Even if you're online. Online, we're checking in with you. Do you have questions online as well? We're good, Jay? Jamil? Okay. All right. Y'all okay, spending plan? Once you get this piece, I promise, everything else is so much easier. Yes, ma'am.
After we do this, it was going to be something else, but I didn't see it in my book.
Yes, ma'am. No
Okay.
problem. I got you.
You got me? Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
thank
I'm going
you.
to get her question, and then I'm going to go right there. You got it. It's right there. I kind of went, and then I went back. Yes, ma'am. Hold on 1 second. He going to get you a mic. Whenever you all don't speak into the mic, the online community can't hear you, and we want them to have a good experience as well. No problem.
So for the gifts and the miscellaneous, can you specify what that is?
Gotcha. So if and you may not gift a lot, right? But if you give gifts to your kids or your grandkids a lot, yeah, they cost. And that cash app, that cost. Let's try to take that number look at January, right? Don't look at December, you went all out, right? Look at January and see if you're doing gifts consistently. You want to see how much that is, because you need to put a parameter on it. You may have to put a parameter on it if it's taking you out of budget. I've heard people say, boy, my grandkid is killing me. It's a thing, right? And so we have to be smart about it. Let's see how much is there and then set a plan for them. You put them on a budget. You're going to love them the same. Don't mean you didn't love them no less. Miscellaneous is anything not listed. It could be something we're not sure of. It could be medical expenses you pay for consistently. It could be anything miscellaneous.
Okay. I was asking because I'm a teacher, and the supplies, and then Valentine's Day coming up, stuff like that.
You want to allocate for that. So if you're doing teacher stuff, how much do you spend a month on average, and set yourself a number for that. Yep. Good question. Great questions. Y'all doing so good. Other questions? It's a good time. Y'all asked for this. Yeah. I like it too. Okay. Once you get your stuff on the first page, then you're going to go to what's called the implementation. You're going to break those bills down. Technically, it says 4 paychecks on that page. I just focused on the 2, because most people get paid bi-weekly most times. So you're going to break them down. Bills due from the 1st to the 14th, put them here. Bills due from the 15th to the 31st, put them on the other sheet. If it's overloaded on one side, let's figure out how we can balance that out. She mentioned it already. We may have to call them or see if there's a grace period to where you can move that bill to the next portion of the month. Does that make sense? We on the same page? You got a question?
Why can't you pay it all?
You can. She said, why can you not pay it all at the beginning of the month? If that kills your financial plan and you ain't got no money now, hurts your pockets. But if your money comes at one time, it's different. You could do that. There's no problem with that. Pay it all off, because that some people only get paid once a month. And that's okay. But naturally, that's going to be 1 out of the 50 people in this room. Maybe 2. Yes, ma'am. Second person.
4th week Social Security person, and teacher pensions come the last day of the month.
Gotcha. So you're at the top of the month. No problem. That part, we're trying to grow there. Let me get all my big money at one time. That's okay. That's okay. Yes, ma'am. What we'd like to see is and Ms. Thomas talks to it a little better than I do, but I'll tell you what it sounds like. What we'd like to see is that you get that money and you split it. So I get all my money at the 1st of the month. I say, okay, I'm gonna take that. Let's just use an easy number for me right now, because I got a lot on my mind. $2,000. I'm gonna take $2,000. I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna put 1,000 on this. I'm gonna leave 1,000 in this account. I'm gonna transfer the other 1,000 to the other account, pay those bills from the 1st to the 14th. Then I'm gonna take that 1,000 and I'm gonna transfer it again on the 15th. I'm gonna pay the second set of bills. So if something happens, all the money not gone. You could do that. You don't have to do that, but it's a plan, and you could. There's different strategies for different people based on your income. And Ms. Thomas, if you want to talk more about that, you're welcome to. How they can set the plan up. That was good? All right, good deal. So, yeah, definitely ways of doing it, but splitting it, to me, it made me feel better. Like I got a check. You can create your own check. Yeah.
So, Candace, here's the question. So as they're putting together their spending plans, should they allocate money for their hair, eating out, nails, everything they spend money on that what I spend sheet, should it be allocated every pay period? Not just the bills, but everything they spend money on.
Correct. Everything's on that list. Is everything on there, y'all? I don't remember. I segmented it.
I just want to make sure they understand that the money that they're eating out with, it has to be allocated to every pay period. The money you get your nails done, it has to be allocated to, because that's money coming in. It's got to be accounted for, so it's got to be inside your spending plan.
Right. That's good.
Don't leave it out. Okay.
So what he's saying is, when you put it on this sheet, make sure that you break that down as well on this sheet. It has to be. If I go at the 3rd week of every month, I'm probably going to be over here on this paycheck too. Make sure I break that down over there. Does that make sense? He's saying don't leave nothing out. If you drinking and you buy drinks and whatever you're doing, put it on the list. It's on there. It might not be up there, but it's on there, okay? Don't hold back. We can't judge your life. That's not our goal. Our goal is to help you to go to the next level with your finances. And whatever you're doing, it can work, but you got to put the plan in place, okay? Don't hold back. We good? Questions on this? He said everything. Everything. Any other questions? All right, let's talk about what you got to do next. You got your list? You ready? Oh. What happened? I think it got late. That chicken settled in. Like, man, listen. It's Monday. I know, I got that itis. It'll get dark early, you know. Okay, let's get it done. We almost done. Here we go. Track your spending. This is your assignment. We call them success steps because at the end of the day, every small step is your step to success. Track your spending. So anything you spend your money on this week, we want you to write it down, put a note in your phone, whatever it look like. Every time you go online and shop, write it. Helps create consciousness. Yes, ma'am. Yes. If you could count today, that would be great. I mean, it's just today. We can think about what we spend money on today, right? Yeah, track that. It's a good idea. You're tracking it yourself on however you want to do that. Maybe we could create a sheet. We want to create a sheet? We should create it. Okay. Jamia, they said we should create a sheet for the tracking of the expenses. All right, we can do that. But don't wait on no sheet to do your stuff. Right. Boy, y'all find a reason. Don't do me like that. Do your what I spend worksheet. We just went over it. Does everyone understand the what I spend worksheet? One more time. Yes. Okay. All right. I heard pieces of the room. Okay. We have next week the W-4, which is another way to find cash flow. If you've done your taxes and you got a big refund, you likely overpaid all year. Let me find it in your workbook. And if you didn't get a refund at all, that meant you kept all your money. Your form wrong either way. We should balance out. Yeah. Okay. W-4 is on the page after page 14, so page 15. It's the page on page 15. If you got a job, you fill out a W-4. We need to update it, make sure it's up to date. And your state form. Do your best to read through it, fill it out yourself. We're going to go over it next week. Audit your bank account. Pull your bank statement for January. Pull your bank statement for January. Where did you spend your money? Ooh. One other tip. We want everyone to have what's called a paid on death on their bank account. It's called POD. Paid on death, paid upon death. Some people say paid upon. Either way, POD on your bank account. Something happens to you. You don't want your family to have to go through a crisis to try to get your money out. Please update this at the bank. Please update this at the bank. Make sure someone can get access to those funds if something happens to you. And page 3 through 5 of your white binder. 3 through 5 of your white binder is very easy. It's your info. No biggie. Okay. That was all. You're going to fill it out and bring it to class for next week. We're going to do reviews. If you want extra credit, you can come early. I'll be here. Normally, me and Marcus are here. Jamil hang out with us, too. We hang out. If you have questions, come early. Normally, about 5:15, I'm here. I can even say 5, but 5:15 is a good time. 5:30 at the latest. Okay? We're going to help you. Whatever you're looking to need assistance with, bring it. We are here for you. We only got 3 sessions. How many? 3. So that means all the extra help is here. That's why we did we had 30 minutes of questions. Did y'all feel that? It was like I'm begging y'all to talk to me. Okay. I had a hand. Did I see a hand? No? One more thing. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Checking, savings, all of them. Yes, ma'am.
Money markets, everything. Okay.
Everything. Make sure you have, so money market may have a beneficiary on it, because a POD is just like, it's kind of like a beneficiary. It's just a different name, okay? But yes, ma'am, make sure that's on all the accounts. Life insurance policies, horror story. I got 30 seconds I could tell you. Somebody died, and they didn't update their life insurance policy with their new wife, and their old wife got the money. Guess what? The new wife was like, what you talking about? That's my husband. And the old wife got the money. And she was like, ain't nothing they can do about it. She went to a lawyer, tried to hire everybody. Nothing. Nope. Make sure your information's up to date, please. Happens all the time. Okay? All right. Here it is. Deacon Thomas, you got some closing remarks? One last thing. Next week is Tuesday's class. Somebody might have missed that. I'm going to say it again. Next week is Tuesday's class from 6 to 8 instead of Monday. Tuesday. What day? Tuesday. One more time. Because somebody going to show up Monday. Tuesday, okay? Same time, same place, Tuesday instead of Monday, this class. If you have questions, we're going to send you a recap. We're going to talk to you. Write us back. We're here for you, okay? Thank you all so much. Deacon Thomas, on you.
All right, give her a hand. Give her a hand. Thank you, Candace. Awesome job. So you guys know what cash flow is now, right? All right. One last thing. I told you I'm going to talk to you about LOC real quick, right? Lost opportunity costs. Real quickly. Put your phones out. Go to Google and Google bank rate simple savings calculator. Real quick. Got 2 minutes. Bank rate simple savings calculator. I want you to go Google that. When you get it, let me know. You guys got it? Everybody got it? Bank rate simple savings calculator. I'm going to tell you real quick what lost opportunity cost is. Got it? Everybody got it? Okay, on that calculator, it says, how much do I start with? Put $100 in there. Everybody got that? It says, how much do I put in per month? Put $100. Everybody got that? You guys got that? It says, for how long? Put in 20 years. Okay? It says, for what percentage? Put in 10% a year. Everybody got that? Now tell me what the total is. Bankrate.com, $100 deposit, $100 a month at 10% for 20 years. How much money is that at the end of 20 years? How much? Did you guys hear that? $72,000 at the end of 20 years, and that's $3.33 a day that you are throwing away. So what's the lost opportunity cost there? If you're wasting $3.33 a day, how much is it really costing you? Over the 20-year period, what is it costing you? $70,000, ladies and gentlemen. I need you to think about that. See, some of you guys are wasting more than $100 a month. I need you to understand how significant that is for you to create wealth. Put your own numbers in. You got the calculator. Play with it. If you're wasting $500 a month, $200 a month, that's what it's costing you. That's called lost opportunity cost, LOC. Everybody got that? All right, good deal. So we got the cash flow. We got the homework, got everything. It's been a great class tonight. Thank you, Arvest. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Let's go ahead and close out with prayer, okay? Father God, we come to you with thanksgiving in our hearts. Thank you, Father, for just allowing us just to gather, Father, and worship you, to fellowship, Father, and talk about finances and money. Father, we pray something was said tonight that people can take with them, Father, and digest and put inside their spirits and take the CFO mindset personally. Get angry, Father, about the stuff they don't know, Father. Help them to digest this so they can put it in action. Father, we ask that each person here find everything at home when they get there like they left it. These blessings in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.